It's summer, the sun is shining, and I've got antiquing on my mind. I hope you guys are ready to go antiquing with me today. We're going to go to 3 or maybe 4 of my very favorite local antique thrift stores, vintage shops, see what we can find. Hopefully, we find some amazing things. I'm really looking for some garden accessories. I love finding garden accessories, and I feel like those are hard to find in the winter months. So maybe there'll be something fabulous we can bring back to the house in style. But I just wanted to take you with me, and I want to share with you what I'm always looking for when I'm shopping, and then show you how you can bring your antique treasures or your vintage finds or your thrift shop finds home and integrate them into the decor that you already have that might be more contemporary and make it look fabulous. Okay, here we go. Can't wait. Okay, we made it. Well, we made it to the first stop. So this is the one that's like big. They've got tons of booths, and it's like kind of a mix of antiques and vintage and some like more thrifting stuff. But I don't know why the parking lot is packed. I'm kind of like, there's other little shops in this shopping center, so I'm hoping everybody's at the other shops and not at the antique store I'm going into, but I kind of think they're there. So I don't know what's going on. Also, the sign is ripped. So I'm like, are they closing? We shall see. But let's cross our fingers and hope that we find some really good stuff. I'm very excited. I haven't been here in a few months, so maybe there's like all new, amazing things for us to find. Okay, we're in. It's kind of busy in here, but that's okay. I've already found some stuff. I don't ever really know what I'm looking for, but there's certain booths in the antique shops that I go to that always have really good stuff. This is one of them. I always find like oddities here, like duck. That is such a cute duck. You know, well, y'all probably don't know, but we have this little cottage that we're renovating, and we call it Duckling because it's so ugly. And this little duck would be cute there. Look at his little tail. Let's see how much he is. Oh, he's $120. We will not be getting that duck, but maybe we'll find something else. This, $120 for that duck. Dang, that kind of makes me sad. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Oh, look at this thing. What is this? Early 1900s sugar. That's actually adorable. It's kind of also expensive, but hold on. I gotta set it down and we're gonna look at it really good. Look at it. Hold on. Looking, I guess you open that up. Oh my, stop it right now. Do y'all see this little sugar scoop? Well, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I might just actually have to get that. Adorable. Okay, little things like that. I'm not sure what. I don't know about this one. What is this? Gavel. I guess, I don't know, from a court. Boop, boop. Judgment. Okay, what? Oh, this is really sweet. Oh my God, $75. But it's cute. Look at, it's like a little bud vase. It's actually really pretty. You can tell it's antique. It's got like glass on the bottom and then this silver top. Okay, I do love that, but it might get broken for $75. I'm not sure about that. Okay, well, we found a very expensive booth first. Sad. Okay, we're gonna go try to find some other things because just not in the mood for but there's another duck in this one. But he's kind of 122. Okay, let's move on out of this booth and see if we can find a more affordable. This is actually, I don't know what the deal is with birds today, but that's a cute little stand. This is always to find something like this to use in like a powder bath, or it's just a great little bamboo table. Oh, look how pretty this is. Oh, that's actually beautiful. Oh, I love that. Look at that box, y'all. That is so pretty. My daughter would love this. I'm getting that. Does it? Oh, that is just beautiful. I don't know if it's antique, but it's so pretty. The roses and the leaves. I'm getting that. Okay. Okay. Oh, what is this thing? Oh my gosh. Oh,
Is this real? Vintage grape harvest basket. Well, that's very, kind of looks French. But it's cool. I don't need it at my house, but that is actually really neat. That would be really pretty like in the fall with a flower arrangement in it. Okay, a couple more things. I don't know why I'm finding all the brass today, but these are adorable. Look at that. It's a little lobster wall hook. And then look how cute this is very pretty. It's got like a matte brass finish. It's an etched, it's like to rest your spoon in. I'm actually gonna get that, that's so pretty. I don't know why I'm finding all this tiny stuff. Okay, so this is what I do. This is the way I approach antiquing or shopping. Well, not shopping, like it's a normal store. But when I go vintage or antique shopping, I always grab things that I love, that I'm drawn to, and put them in my basket. And then at the end, I do like an overview and kind of see the vibe, and then I'm able to make decisions easier, because if I don't put it in the basket, I can't really see it all together and I can't decide if it's something I really want, or like sometimes you'll find something a little better along the way. Okay, I don't know what the problem is, why I'm finding so much brass. Apparently it's a theme, but I want to show you these. I don't know if I'm gonna get them, but they're actually super cool. So these are brass chargers. And they're pretty awesome. It says, oh my God, it says $15. I'm not sure if that's $15 for the whole set or, oh, it's $15 each. But still, look how cool they are. Oh, I just wiped myself. I mean, it's kind of giving like First Communion. I don't know, but they're pretty cool. I don't know. I'm not getting them. But I just wanted to show you, always when I'm looking for something like plates or chargers or anything that has to do with place settings, I know this is gonna sound insane, but I always try to look for sets of 16, because I have 2 dining tables in my house and they each seat 8. Honestly, if I can get more than 16, I try. Like if it's a set that comes in more, I buy it, because we have an outdoor table too, and I love for everything to feel cohesive. Pro tip on that, I would say maybe don't buy like a set of 6 unless you just have a bistro table. No, 6 isn't gonna do you. You need at least 8. I'm making my way in and out. I like to start at the very beginning and like weave through the aisles. I found some really cute lamps. They're so adorable. I'm gonna show you, hold on. I mean, okay, not the shade, honestly, like, I mean, shade's not bad. I would say I would probably want maybe a pattern shade, but look how cute this little lamp is. There's a set. It's kind of hard sometimes to find a set, and you can always tell, okay, see, oh, Hardy Pottery. Oh, whoops, sorry. They're $115 and you get the pair for $115. That's actually a really good price. You can always tell, you know, you look up at the neck of a lamp, you can always tell if it's antique or older by that. And then also the cord. This actually cord doesn't look too terribly old, but that's definitely not brand new. I don't really like to buy new lamps, obviously. I want antique lamps or vintage lamps. I might get those, I don't know yet. I'm gonna think about them. I think I would I think I would have to use them up at our little cottage, because I'm doing it more, like a little bit more cottage style, obviously. So I think those would look really good. I'm gonna keep them in my mind. Oh, I get so excited about the most quirky things. Look how, this is an interesting bowl. This says, oh my God, look how cute it is. It's got a crab, but it's also got grapes. I mean, a crab and grapes. Okay, this is one of my favorite booths. She has such a good selection. It's really small, but she always has fun. It's always really like, you know, she doesn't have like large accessories in here, but she has some really good ones. So I love all the plates and baskets and stuff back here, but look at this. I collect handmade pottery, and let me just tell you something. If I see a raku piece of pottery handmade, I buy it. I think it is so beautiful. It's really hard to find now. And this one is a handmade bowl, this gorgeous raku glaze. It is only $36. Put it in the basket. Okay, I found a theme. It's summer, so I'm really into like shell stuff, obviously. And I found this little, look how cute that is. A little wooden, it's like a little wooden shell box, which I think is adorable. And then now look at this. I don't think I'm gonna get this, but I think it's really cute. It is a little shell platter. Like the shells on the edge. I don't know, I might get it. I just love the colors too. Let's just pull it out and see. Oh Lord, don't break anything. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm putting it in the basket. Put it in the basket. Okay, so far I haven't found really anything garden related. Bummer, but I did find this. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but it's hysterical. I'm gonna show it to you. I kind of feel like part of antiquing and vintage shopping is finding things like this. I mean, this is it's obviously handmade. Some type of a pottery frog is on a lily pad. I just think this is like, it says garden frog. Garden frog. This is a garden frog. I think part of antiquing and vintage shopping and going thrifting is finding like little oddities like this guy. Sometimes you just have to bring them home. They just make you smile.
Okay, we made it out of that shop. Barely. I was in there for a really long time. So we're headed to the next shop, and it is similar. It's one of my favorites in our town. I absolutely love it. It has like vendor booths, just like the one we were in, but it's definitely more antiques. So they have like really beautiful antique furniture, mirrors, you know, decorative accessories, lighting, blah, 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 blah. And it's under new ownership. So that's cool because they've kind of refreshed it a little bit, which is awesome. But while we're on the way there, I thought that we would talk a little bit about what I generally look for when I'm antiquing, because not that I don't go in with like a list of things I need unless it's for a client, then I'm looking for specific things. But most of the time I just like to go in and just kind of see what strikes me, because I usually don't need anything. It's just for fun. It's to be inspired, and it's to find like cool little personality filled pieces for my house. So some of the categories that I think are really awesome to buy vintage or antique are this. First off, you guys know, you've heard it 1,000 times, I love handmade pottery, and I think it's one of the best things to buy vintage or antique because there's just so much character, and usually it's handmade, and the glazes are absolutely phenomenal. You can't replicate it. They're all one of a kind. So that's something I'm always looking for. It could be vases, it could be bowls, it could be platters, whatever. I'm obsessed with it, and I'm buying it. Next, I love to find risers. You guys have seen me use risers when I do like styling. So I've got some really pretty wooden risers that have this great patina. I think they're probably, I don't really know what wood they are. They might be oak, I'm not sure, but they're beautiful. I love using them when I'm styling. I've got some great marble risers and stone risers that I've found at antique and vintage stores. And the great thing about that is they are so affordable if you find them, like secondhand. So that's something I always look for. If I come across an amazing lamp, I buy it. There's just so many like quirky lamps that are antique that you would never find today. Like I bought this swan lamp last fall. It is awesome. I cannot wait to use it in our cottage, and I mean, I would have never found that new. So great lighting. Don't be sucked into crappy, sorry I have to say this, but don't be sucked into crappy vintage lighting. A lot of the like mid-century lighting, although there's some awesome mid-century lighting out there, some of it was just like not made very well, kind of chintzy. The finishes aren't good on them. So be careful. Be careful with your lighting. Mirrors. Oh, I love to buy mirrors, antique. I mean, that's obviously a pricier investment, but They're so beautiful because most of them have a great solid wood frame. If if they've got any type of like gold leaf or silver leafing, they're all hand leafed. They've got beautiful patina, and a lot of times they have a really beautiful beveled mirror that's inset into the frame. And that some of the newer mirrors don't have a bevel, and it's kind of one of my things. I always make sure that when we're sourcing mirrors, we go with a really beautiful beveled mirror. Okay, headed to the next shop where we're gonna find more goodies. I just know it.
We're at the next spot. I haven't found much here, honestly, and I'm getting attacked by these fake flowers. But I found something for the garden. I found two really cool, like, obelisk slash topiary things. So I love them. This is the smaller one, and then there's oh my God, these flowers. And then there's a big one. I don't know, I might get them both, but I'm definitely gonna get the smaller one because it's only $25. It's got a really good, like, honestly, a really good patina on it. It's hard to see, but yay on the garden score. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get anything else here. I'm gonna swing through the last little aisle, but then we're gonna go to the next spot, and I have high hopes for it. Maybe there won't be any faux flowers there.
Okay, we're at our last stop of the day. I'm all jacked up on sugar cookies and Diet Coke, so there's that. I really, really hope that I can find some planters. Like, I'll need some little vintage, antique, honestly, I don't even care if they're new. I just need some little planters that are cute for all my baby ferns that I've purchased, because if there's anything that I like shopping for more than antiques, it's plants. So I got to get these little ferns into some pots, and I hope they have some cute ones in here. So take a couple more drinks of my Diet Coke, and we're gonna go to one more stop, and then we're gonna go home. We're gonna style it all, see what we got working with. I haven't honestly bought very much. I'm proud of myself, but I'm also disappointed. I don't know. I've got mixed emotions about this. I usually get a lot more. I wasn't feeling it. So maybe in this last stop, we'll find some really, really cute planters. Fingers crossed.
Okay, this one's taking a while to get through. There's a lot of stuff in this one. But I found some, I wouldn't say they were necessarily for plants, but they're still cute. So this is a crock, which I just love. Honestly, when I find antique crocks, I usually get them. And this is a really good size, and I love the like glaze on it. It's very pretty. That would be cute with a plant in it. I like putting plants in crocks inside the house because then they don't leak out. There's no hole. Also, I found this really cute spongeware bowl. That would be cute with a plant in it or a flower arrangement. And spongeware pitcher, which I love using pitchers for flowers, for like a vase. And then double duty, you can use it as a pitcher, and that's a cute one. It's hard to tell, but the blue on it's really pretty. So I think I've done enough shopping today. So let's head back to the house and do some styling with all of our vintage treasures. Okay, we've made it back from antiquing all day long, and I want to show you what I got and show you how I'm going to style the pieces. I didn't get as much as I thought I would, honestly. I kind of narrowed my choices down, but what I did get, I absolutely love. So first, these books. I could not pass them up. They are so beautiful. It is a collection of Dutch books. Look, they have the little windmill embossed in gold on the front, and then the spine is leather. There's the most beautiful floral like relief embossed with gold detailing, and then the cover is marble. They're so pretty. And the pages, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but the pages they're really beautiful. They've got like a little deckled edge. So I've got a set of those. Those are my big splurge. They were not $10, but that's okay. Then I got these two. These are not antique or vintage probably. I thought they were a great size. I love that they have a little foot on them, and I'm gonna use them for either candles, like as hurricanes, or for flowers. They're perfect, and I like having this set, and they were super inexpensive. I think they were $12 each. Okay, then I was able to find a really pretty, it's probably just a bowl, but I'm gonna use it as a planter. Yay. One of my ferns now has a home, hallelujah. I got, of course, the raku bowl. I couldn't pass that up. The glaze is so beautiful. I've got another little vase. I love that it's got the little fluted detail. It's so pretty. Then 3 boxes. A lot of boxes. I've got the wooden shell, which is adorable. It's very summery to me. And then the carved wooden box, so pretty. It's definitely more detailed than a lot of the stuff I have, but I love that because it adds in a display, a vignette, in a more transitional space. I love popping in some really detailed antique pieces like a box or books just to bring in character and soul to a vignette. Then I've got this cute little brass box. I could not pass that up. It is adorable. And then the spoon rest, which is, it was a find. I think it was $14. I absolutely love that. Then I did get this floral frog, which these are kind of hard to find. And I love this particular kind of floral frog. So you can use it with more robust stems and it works really well. I always grab these when I find them at antique stores. And then last but not least, I got this adorable candle snuffer, which is so cute. Look at it. It rotates, it pivots. It's silver, it has a little twist on it. Cute. Okay, now I'm going to get everything ready and we're gonna go and style. Honestly, most of this will probably go into my living room. Or if not, if I don't find a place for it right now, that's okay. But I wanna just show you how incorporating some of these antique treasures into your more transitional vignettes can really give your rooms so much personality. Okay, I've cleared off most of the coffee table. I didn't clear off the shelf underneath, but the top. Now I did leave this burl box and the stack of books because they're my grounding pieces and I love that this burl box kind of acts as an anchor for this very light cocktail table. It's all glass and brass, so I like having something dark on top of it, so I usually leave it there. Now, I will say for these books, I do love a stack of books on this table, but because of what I'm putting on top, I'm using some of our new vintage accessories, so I want to change those books out because the reason is, I'm going to show you. There is, it's a beautiful cover. It's got a gorgeous interior image on it, but if I were to layer these small little boxes on top of this, it would just feel very, very busy on top of this book cover. So I'm gonna use more simplistic books that are just like the Architectural Digest linen cover. It's so pretty and it's gonna be a great neutral backdrop for the styling that we're about to do with our antiques. Okay, so we've got those set. I love the size of that book actually. All right, set that there. Put this over here. Okay, now then, I pulled the little shell box, which ties into the burl, and I love that. And it feels very summery, so cute. And then also, for our little splash of metal, I've got the little brass box, trinket box, which is also adorable. Now you'll notice I've got the wooden one in front, so it's farther away from the burl box, and then the little brass one at the back. Then I'm gonna take a riser, and I love using, this is the wooden riser I was telling you about earlier. I've had these for years, and I use them in styling all the time. It just kind of relaxes stuff because of that natural light wood, and it's got such a pretty texture to it. Then I'm gonna take our raku bowl that we found. Oh, I love this thing. I cannot believe I found that today. It was such a steal of a deal too. It was like $30, I think, or $37, something like that. Okay, look how pretty that looks. Now, I've got to add some flowers, and honestly, I might have to change some things around, but I like the direction that we're going. And I wanted to do this to show you that you can have a very modern cocktail table, accessories that are new and lean towards more transitional or contemporary style, and still mix in vintage and antique pieces. It just adds so much character and soul and makes your home and your vignettes and your styling look very, very unique. Okay, I've got to add some flowers real fast. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep, okay, not sure if I'm gonna keep the bowl where it is because I love putting the flowers, like having it balance, the flowers balance out that. Let's see here. Let's move some things around. Honestly, we may put the flowers. Let's see. How does that feel? Feels kind of tall. Okay, we're gonna go back down with these. Those are just, oh my gosh. Does it get better than peonies? Okay. Then I think what I'm gonna do is turn those, put this back here. Okay, we need to add in, let's add in our candle. And now let's add in our cutie baby snuffer. Well, that looks pretty adorable. Okay, we've got our final little styling area. We're doing this cocktail table and a couple of little things on the credenza. We don't have much left. So first thing we're starting with is a tray that I already had, a textural, it's almost like a grass cloth tray. And then I've got a marble riser and a couple of books, and you're gonna see why I added those things. So the first thing I wanna put in that I got today are these, what I'm using as hurricanes. You could use them as a vase. I probably will later in the summer, but I just wanted to show you that adding a pair of identical items into a vignette gives it some structure. And I love that, especially this time of year. All right, I'm going to put in a really beautiful carved wood box, which seems honestly like it would not go in this vignette. It's very detailed and feels very nostalgic, but I love it in this vignette. I think it gives this more modern table a little bit of a relaxed ease to it. Okay, I've got a little snuffer. This is one I had. And then to make everything feel like it mixes with the rest of the items in the room and in my house, I'm going to add in this alabaster bowl, which is in my collection. And I love bringing in that natural material, and it gives it that little punch of edginess because of the structure. And then look, our little fern, we did it. We found a pot for our fern. I'm so happy. Okay, so look how cute that is. That's just really easy, laid back, feels collected, doesn't feel contrived. That's how we always want our vignettes to look. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is take our beautiful antique books and put them over here on this ellipse credenza. This is exactly where I envisioned these books to go when I saw them in the store, because this just feels so formal a little bit because of the fluting and the finish, and adding in these books and our little glass vase of roses, and it automatically adds interest and personality to this vignette, which I love. I think that's just so unique and different looking, and I'm really happy that I get to use these books because I think they're fantastic. I'm gonna find other places in the house for the rest of them. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed going shopping with me today. I love antiquing. It is one of my self-care habits, I want to encourage you to do a little antiquing of your own in the next week or two, and bring some items home and just play around with incorporating them into your styling. You're gonna see that it adds a ton of personality and character to your space. Now, if you want some more tips on how to decorate with vintage and antique finds, I want you to meet me in this next video. I'll see you there.